You're watching Legends of Rod and Reel.
Ooh, that's a pretty nice fish.
To become a walleye legend, Γκάρι Πάρσονς left a dentistry practice to go fishing, and he never looked back.
It's been something that I've done in every spare moment of my life, for my whole life. I went to college for a year in Montana State and spent just tons of time fishing the trout streams out there or up hunting mule deer. It was just the way I was built, the way I'm built today. If I have spare time, I go fishing or hunting.
First, there were walleye team tournament victories with partner Keith Cavallas. Then television.
Oh, it's coming around the back of the motor, Jim.
Yep, we'll get him on this side, Γκάρι.
Come on, buddy.
A little bit more, Γκάρι.
There we go.
And one more thing. Gary's passion for fishing walleyes has never wavered.
I fished with my father. He was a construction worker. We didn't have very much money, and so hunting and fishing was a way in which he could help feed his family. So on the weekends, he would go out fishing, and you know, I was an extra rod in the boat. That's when I started, and I've been fishing ever since.
Growing up in northern Wisconsin meant woods and water was never far away.
I was hunting and fishing every spare moment, all the way, you know, from probably the age 10, because I had BB guns and stuff then, on all the way till I went to college. And then when I went to college, all I did was hunt and fish, and I trapped for extra income and things like that.
You got the smokehouse right here, you know, close. If you're smoking anything, you just kind of hang out.
Fellow angler Pete Mena has watched his friend become one of the best of the best.
I think more than anything that what makes Γκάρι good, and I think, you know, all exceptional anglers is just kind of a natural ability to pattern things on a day-to-day basis.
I think part of that is just an inherent intuition. Part of it is doing it for a lifetime. The one thing about walleyes that's different than bass or any other athletic sport is that a lot of it has to do with boat control and intuition, because the fish aren't always just shallow.
He's a real pioneer in the sport, and have been doing it for a long time. Unfortunately, I guess that's all part of becoming a legend. A few years got to go by, but he's just kind of a regular guy, a northern Wisconsin boy.
And northern Wisconsin boys who fish stop here at Greg's Steakhouse.
Oh, Gary's been coming in for 15 years. Learn a lot. Yeah, there's nobody you're going to get better information out of than Γκάρι about walleye fishing, especially. He's been doing it for years and spends a lot of time on the water. That's what it takes to be the man.
The man?
You know, I don't know as if I view myself as a legend, because I've always prided myself on being just a regular kind of guy. I put my pants on the same way as anyone else, and I like to hunt and fish. I think it's the fish, boys.
He also knows how to land deals as a fisherman businessman.
As a tournament fisherman, I don't know any companies that'll just pay you to go fishing. I wish that was true, but it's not. I've always viewed tournament success as a college degree, or maybe an advanced PhD or something like that if you really were good, in that it would allow you to have the credibility that you need to teach people how to fish and teach people how to use products that caught fish.
Gary's most recent venture is a new concept in walleye tournaments: catch, record, and release.
Which is owned by the anglers, started by the anglers. We don't weigh any fish, we don't kill any fish. The lake associations like us, the DNRs like us. We don't have to worry about no calling, we don't have to worry about slots, because we catch our fish, take a picture, record our top 7 fish. And we stream everything live. We have live video coverage and stuff that tournaments have not seen anything quite like what we're doing.
Catching walleyes, saving walleyes. In the world of Γκάρι Πάρσονς, it's a win-win.
So that's what we were hoping for as tournament anglers. We were hoping that it would change the culture and make fishing fun again.
Walleye legend Γκάρι Πάρσονς will go wherever walleyes swim, including America's largest bowl of fresh water.
But this boat's my office.
And the office is on Lake Superior near Ashland, Wisconsin.
Normally this time of year, the fish are in a this is a gigantic flats. And almost all the way across to the other side is a real deep channel. But the walleyes come up and they wander around on this huge flats.
With so much fishing water to cover, Ggary trolls crankbaits using trolling boards.
The boards have been around forever. The original concept, the boards, I didn't have anything to do with.
He also had nothing to do with the raindrops that were coming fast.
I have a feeling we're going to get her. It's a pretty good storm. I don't quite know what it's going to do.
But Ggary did help pioneer trolling board techniques to catch suspended walleyes.
It's not good. Felt another one. You're going to make me get out my rain suit, aren't you? I'm not overly concerned if there's not lightning in it.
In legendary fashion, the first strike was a walleye, not lightning.
I think it's a fish, boys. Yeah, if it's a fish, it's a really nice one. It's either that or it's a huge pile of weeds, but that was a pretty high bait. Oh, that's a fish. It's definitely a fish. This is about the depth that we were catching them in last year. That's the other thing that can happen when you get a big water temperature change. They can move right shallow tight into the weeds. And that might be what happened here, or we might have a big smallmouth on. There's a lot of big smallmouths in this bay. I have a very short lead on here, so literally when I take the board off, he's gonna be right here by the boat. I haven't seen him yet. I don't know what he is. So he's a wally, not a real big one, but looks like he's pretty good. So this bay's got more of these in now. It used to be you would never catch a smaller 2-pound fish like this.
Truth is, Ggary Πάρσονς has seen lots of changes in America's walleye world, as well as in his own small town world, where the Butternut Feed Store offers a little bit of everything.
Good old country feed store.
Hi, Ggary.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
One of the neat things about this place is it's not like a big town where you can just go 5 miles and you're at a bait shop or something like that, or a sports store. There's not any sports stores or anything real close.
I have the TV on here all the time, and a lot of times we'll catch him on, and you know, if it happens to be that he's on, and everybody that comes in the door says, "Oh, there's Ggary," you know, and so everybody knows him. He's definitely a legend.
No question, the trophies prove it, his friends prove it, and every time he steps into a fishing boat, Ggary Πάρσονς proves it.
Oh, you'd think that there'd be one just sitting on the edge of that drop-off, wouldn't you?
Once more, the walleye master calls it.
Oh, and it's a big one. It is a pretty nice one.
Big one, nice one. Those phrases, perhaps more than anything, describe the life and times of Ggary Πάρσονς. Ggary Πάρσονς, walleye legend.
If I could ever in the walleye world be thought of even a couple years after I died, someone thought, oh, he made that thing, or yeah, that technique came from Πάρσονς. You know, to me that's cool, and I guess he'd be considered a legend. So that's pretty much the way I would look at it.